Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert, that's me. This video is composed of things that I tinkered with throughout the day. For step-by-step detailed instructions of those tasks, you can click on the links in the comment section below. This video should contain tips and tricks of things that I've learned throughout the year. Now, I only plan on leaving this video posted for about 30 days. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much for watching. In his fast S70, it should be an F70. It's got a 19T, an ARD tune, and a lot of other goodies. He has these quick jacks. So we're going to do a couple things to his car. Put it on these quick jacks so you guys can see how those roll. Look at those projectors. Man, he is rocking and rolling with his S70, boys. Here is a forklift. Modified Volvo stuff. Check it out, folks. It's got the Volvo hubcap on the wheel. It's got the master forklift driver.
I drive this
with his Volvo King t-shirt. He is dropping these parts. And there's Queen Bee down there. We are about to raise this S70 with the quick jack. It will get off the ground 20 inches. So, let's see how it goes. Lift this car up, get under here and install this transcooler. The hydraulics. Lock it in place. So the tires are not going to be 20 inches off the ground. The bottom of the car is. Alright, there we go. We got one more lock to get in place. And we will be locked and loaded, folks. It is pushing the car forward just a little bit. But there it is. Off the ground. Nice, level, and easy. It's run by electricity, the motor is, and it's hydraulic. Unfortunately, I did not have all the hose needed to hook up this transcooler. So, Sebastian went to go get that done. So we are not going to disable this vehicle until he gets those lines. He may need this to drive home. So we're going to move on to the parking brake. I'm going to go ahead and set the parking brake, see if the wheels turn, pop the wheels off, and replace this system. So here we go. Man, he's got the leather. Oh crap, you can't even pull the handle out. That ain't no good. So let's go ahead and rip this stuff out, people. Just to recap from yesterday, we got the lines made for the oil cooler. Those are the new lines there. We're going to put this on in a few minutes, take the battery out, reach that top bolt easier. We put a brand new throttle cable in. So that is in. Came out that way really well, so we didn't have to mess with the insulation or nothing. We got the parking brakes, new cables put in. This one is sticking. I don't know why that's happening, but it sticks here and there. We're going to change these calipers in a few minutes. Spray some PB Blaster on the line last night. I do have that tool to get that off and on with. So, after we do that, we're going to mess with some headlight stuff, a few other things. So, let's get rolling. Dealing with these lines that probably hadn't never been off. It's real important not to strip those. This is what's called a flare nut wrench. Really good for getting those. This one is a 9 and 11, which is probably the size of the bleeder pin and that line. So I'm going to use this, get that line off. My buddy John helped me get this. And it slips through the line and gets 5 sides of that bolt instead of 2. Get out of this transmission. As you guys can see, this stuff is browner than me. This is why these transmissions go out. You gotta replace the fluid. Use the Oakley clamps to clamp this hose on here. Perfect size. We got the tool to do it. Fortunately, that nut is destroyed. But the owner knew it, so he got a line for it. painted up these calipers nice. They're supposed to work. However, somebody put this bleeder pin in crooked. So this is probably going to be a problem. But let's see if it leaks. Won't be able to bleed it if that's in crooked. So maybe I'll put a socket to it, see if I can get it straightened out. Here with this 2000 S70, we got the Swedish Car Parts heater core here at Swedish Car Parts. Got the trash bag. I'm actually going to clip his heater hoses off at the firewall, pull that thing out, swap it over, and he'll be on his way. Hopefully it won't take 30 minutes. The hoses with these, they've been ground down so they'll be soft. Don't squeeze it too tight, just enough to stop the coolant. I'm going to put some tape on these because I don't want them teeth chewing into the hose. But it's better to slide some soft silicone or something over it, pinch those hoses off like a champ. Fresh new heater core, back to the light color, put the date on there. We got improved seals. See, when you're dealing with a company that's supplying parts for you, they listen to their customers because they're in it for the long run. Seals are improved. Occasionally people would over tighten them and cause them to leak. So let's go ahead and get this thing on here, get a date on it. Here we are, about 25 minutes later. Heater core's done. Everything's buttoned back up. He picked up a cabin air filter, a cup holder, and maybe one other tidbit, and he's off and running. Back from picking Diane up, stopped by the junkyard, forgot all my tools here. Needed to pull one 8mm bolt. Guy told me to get lost. He was not going to let me use his 8mm tool. He knew I was a nice guy and all, but I wasn't using his pliers for just 1 second. So I figured out the Volvo jack has a little hole in the bottom of it. Guess what? 8mm. Broke that bolt loose, took that part off I need. I'm back. Somebody tried to remove this with vice grips. Chewed up the nut. So I'm using a file to try to give me some sides so I can use my flange tool and get that off of there. Actually, it's supposed to be a number 11. At Grandstand, when you travel, you don't go to McDonald's and those kind of places when you land in the city. When in Rome, do what the Romans do. Look at that menu. A lot of nice, fresh items you can order. So I ordered up a sandwich. I'm going to eat it here and enjoy the ambience and ambiance and let you guys know how it was. I'm not far from HOWR, so probably 5-8 minutes from the airport. I'll let you guys know. I got the beef and sausage sandwich. Look at them peppers. First bite was pure 5. I'm going to go ahead and keep eating it before it gets cold. As you guys can see, that big old sandwich is gone. Yes, I would do it again, so we'll give it a 4.5. Yeah, we'll give it a 4 or 5. Manhole cover got fish on it. Look like salmon or trout. Hello, party people. What we have here is a 2001 V70. Windows already tinted. Paint looking nice and smooth. One thing that people like about this car is that it is not turbo, so you don't have the turbo maintenance. But because it's a 01 and has the ETM, it's still snappy, feels good. Tow hitch already installed. I'm getting ready to show you the best feature about this car. The only thing that I don't like about the 01 through 03s is the fact that the automatic transmission is normal. This one has the standard manual transmission. Never have to worry about the transmission going out unless you just are trying to destroy it. You have to try to destroy a manual transmission. I had a guy post a comment on my high mileage for him the other day. He said he has over 700,000 miles on his original clutch. I thought that was amazing. He must be an incredible shifter. So we're going to take this for a spin. This vehicle is for sale up there at Swedish Car Parts. So if you're looking for something that you could drive around, not worry about the knucklehead stealing, you might want to come check this out. I think he's asking like $2,500, which is not bad for a car of this caliber, especially with a manual transmission. So I'm going to take it for a spin, give you guys a report after that. As you guys know, Queen Bee doesn't need much. So picking up some replacement wiper blades while I'm here at Swedish Car Parts. So when you order your heater core, if you get it from their site, you can throw a couple things in a basket. Wiper blades, air filter, cabin air filter, cup holders, stuff like that. Trying to catch up on some time. Got these light bulbs that go in the dash, the 4, and then the display has 3 for your tent and stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and pop these in there real quick. Got the dash loose, getting ready to lift it up, pull the cluster out. I didn't realize this, but Alex told me that these light bulbs are reverse polarity. So I put them in. I had 3 wasn't working. So let me cut this flash off and check them now. LEDs are reverse polarity. We should have all 7 working now when I turn this key on. Parking light on. Breaking it up. I still got 1 not working. This one over here. Maybe it's busted. Let me take it out and flip the bulb around. Back of the car, we had a caliper that would not come loose from the line.
So now we gotta...
So they took the end off of it, and here at Swedish Car Parts, they are reflaring the brake line.
Tighten the clamp. Clamp it down, baby. That's how it is.
How many times you gotta turn it?
All the way to the end. It goes till
really?
it bottoms up, makes a bubble flare.
Alright, well let's check it out when you get done. Kinda off my schedule, still here with Quicksilver day 49. Didn't get it back together yesterday, so had to stay. That is the transmission fluid. Looks like pond water. I mean, really guys, you guys have got to replace your transmission fluid. That stuff, I can't even see any tint of red in it. It just looks brown. So, that'll help your transmission fail. It doesn't smell burnt, which is good, but at some point, it's going to be the end of this transmission. In the bright, sunny day, this is transmission fix, people. It's just not really what you want in your transmission. I don't think it is. Next, we're going to do a brake fluid flush. This car has already had the brake fluid flush, but I think he used dot 3 instead of dot 4. Dot 4 boils at a higher temperature, something like 450. You can look it up. Dot 3 boils at 375, something like that. You can look it up. At any rate, you want to replace your brake fluid in your car, because brake fluid is designed to absorb water. 15% every year translates into water if you're driving 15,000 miles a year. If you're driving 10,000 miles, probably 10%. But as it absorbs water from the heating and cooling, it lowers the boil temperature. And if your brakes boil while you're applying your brakes, they will let loose and you will not have brakes. Ask me how I know. Had to take a shoulder one day on the interstate. Some guy kept cutting me off. Every time I tried to go around him, he cut me off again. I hit my brakes 3 times real quick, lost all brakes. Felt like somebody cut the brake line. Until it cooled down, I didn't have no brakes. 2 seconds without brakes in a dangerous situation is 2 seconds too long. Since the battery's out, I'm going to assume that this stuff is not going to leak. I put a zip tie on that lower transcooler line. I got the new transcooler line in place. It is as tight as I could get it with my little thin 22. That's how the transcooler is connected down here. I doubt the air guide will go on the front of that. Might have to get a special one. But let's go ahead, put the battery in, put the air box in, fire this thing up, cycle this transmission fluid through. Let me put the dipstick back in wherever I put that before I step on it and break it. And then work on bleeding the brakes. We have the battery in, IPD air box in. I'm gonna go ahead and start the car, run the gears through, see if I can find any leaks to the oil cooler. There's a couple of light bulbs out in these switches, but I'm not sure if I mentioned this yesterday. If I did, it's worth mentioning again. See this crack in this windshield? That was not there when I started yesterday. However, there was a small ding on the outside of the glass that I didn't even notice. Well, when I was taking the instrument cluster out and putting it back in, I was putting pressure on the windshield, trying not to break the top of the dash. As I took that cluster in and out, putting pressure on this windshield with that little ding on it caused that crack to start off of the ding. So now this thing needs either some magic fix or windshield replacement. He's going for a windshield replacement. So I'm going to tell you guys, if there's any nicks on your windshield, don't be putting pressure on it because it could cause that to run. Crazy 3/16 rivets would not fit in the hole to hold the parking brake cable, so I had to open them up just a little bit. Now we're ready to bleed the brakes. Not sure if I got time to do much else. Covers.
Yeah, new stuff.
P80 vehicles. We're going to go see how they lay in the car. Custom fit. This part vinyl?
This part one, just like original leather.
That's leather. The leather touches your skin. The vinyl wraps around.
Just the same
outside for durability. Just like the OEM.
Yep.
So when you get the car and it's worn out right there from you getting in and out of the car and rubbing it, you can have it brand new.
Right.
Very affordable too compared to what custom companies sell these for.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Always try to make
affordable.
Make it so that people could fix their car rather than, saying, all right, needed seats.
Start scrounging junkyards for 2-3 years when they can just pull the trigger on brand new affordable ones.
That's it.
There it is. Heated pads work right through it. Transfer your wire over. Take about hour and 30 minutes getting the seat out, changing the seat skins, putting the seat back in. So make sure you disconnect your battery so you don't set off your SRS light.
We're doing it.
Okay, 740 sedan taillights.
From 89 through from 70. What am I scrapping?
80, 86,
83 through 89.
Through 89. It don't go to 90?
No.
Oh, those go thin layer. Okay. So from 90, 83 to 89.
Yeah, right.
Tail lights for the 740.
So you got this. This was the prototype.
Okay.
And this is what we did. We took what was available out there on the market. That the center line was just a piece of film that was attached to it.
Okay.
Oh, we did it tooled up for the trim, made ABS.
Nice.
And then chrome plated the plastic.
Okay.
So that the strip is glued to the housing, and then everything is assembled. We will sell them complete with all the sockets and gasket and all that stuff.
All right, cool.
On the website, that's the story.
Go to the website, don't say it, call you.
That's it.
Sweet. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.